In this video we want to show you how to assemble the turning decoupling. When you get this part from us, it probably looks like this. There is this turning decoupling part with aluminum with bearings inside, and in our case inside the stainless steel shaft here there's also a plastic bearing that either needs to be inside here or on top of this part. We got it inside here already, and you have a threaded rod with the end being a M10 threaded rod that fits inside the pneumatic cylinder. So in order to assemble that part now in the correct length, we push the whole thing inside the stainless steel shaft until we can see the threads coming out of the large flange bearing in front of the pneumatic cylinder. So your first task now is to add a M10 lock nut. You just hold them, you hold the nut in front of the threads, and then you turn the decoupling by putting an Allen key just right in the front of the aluminium part. By this you can turn the threads. As soon as the threads are coming out of the nut, you have to apply this turning prevention device and then screw everything together. Make sure that the lock nut is not blocking the thread from going inside the piston. And now it's important to set the whole thing at the correct length. You need to make sure the piston is at the inside position. If it's pulled out, you now need to press it in. For example, by pulling on the aluminum part at the end, you can get the piston out and in. Of course, you need to make sure that no compressed air is connected, so the piston will be free to move. And now when the piston is fully in, make sure you screw the whole decoupling in until you have about a 1 millimeter gap left here. This is the position of the turning decoupling unit in the left end position, and that means if you pull out the piston now, you will have a gap of about 12 millimeters. The last thing you need to do now is make sure the lock nut gets locked onto the end of the piston. So screw it tight by hand, hold the Allen key tight and lock the nut firmly so it won't unlock by itself. So this was all. Now the stainless steel shaft and the turning decoupling are ready for the actual chuck to be mounted.